Howdy, y'all. It's your lovable GM, John, over here at Demon Dayz. We made it through 2022. It's over. We did it. We leveled up. We here at the show want to thank you for being with us on this journey through Valdarian and the lands beyond. It's been an absolute blast making this show for you, and we can't wait to show you what's next. We'll get right to the last episode of 2022 in a second, but I just wanted to let you know that we're taking the first week of January off, just to give me a little bit of time to get some more of the episodes we already recorded prepped and ready to go, and to recover from some serious holiday jet lag. But then after that, it should be smooth sailing. Or smooth whatever it might be. I don't know. Anyways, we should probably get to this episode, and I should probably stop talking. Guys, you have been an absolute delight. We love you, and we can't wait to spend more time at the table with you in 2023. Let's get to some Demon Days, shall we?
Friends, fiends, welcome back to me, your MC of devilish stories. When last we spoke, I told you about how our heroes defeated one of the twerps from Kania. Taslinn then delivered the guild dossier to Nax, and then the two of them started to pour over its details while Fetter and Yewsiff got the rest they needed. We pick up right as Taslinn confronts Nax about being a drow prince. All that and more in these Demon Days.
Is it any different being a prince to being...
There is a roll of perception check.
Oh, that's only 14.
14?
Yeah.
Maybe or maybe not. His eyes did a little dart from you to the documents. Maybe. Mm-hmm. But if they did, you were on the tail end of that. Maybe you didn't necessarily catch it. But maybe. Your mind thinks so. It's hard to tell. There's a long pause from him. Mm-hmm. Is that in this? And he taps the feather against the paper. Is that in this?
No, not in any of those that you have in front of you.
But they are in the fullness of the documents.
I suppose there might have been a file.
That's an age ago. But yes, I'm royalty in a long-forgotten drow city, megacity, long buried. But yes, I happen to be good enough to live for the most part. Being the favored youngling, princeling, man in a very aggressive house has its ups and its downs. And he gets pretty serious at the downs. Matricide is also looked down upon. And his eyes go back a bit and up as he has a memory. Checked out his jaw. But enough about me. Would you care to explain what happened to your clothes? I am very interested in this damage you come to me with. And how, it's not related to these documents. You did not go on a murder spree for this, did you?
Nice pivot. But no. There was no murder spree for the documents. Those came by in a much more intriguing way. The clothes themselves and the stains and I just kind of wave my hand at the soiled bathtub water. That came from a particular blackguard that seems to be of a group in the city, and there might be pieces of the docks, I guess, per se, that need some repair. I left a note Clearly you did not get it.
Timing, darling. Our scouts have not come back yet, so there's still time to get the story. You have a chance to tell me everything if you wish. I imagine it's just a bunch of shenanigans that don't directly relate to you, though.
Spoilers, darling.
Wasn't the fucking gazebo, was it?
The gazebo is fine.
Fuck! He laughs.
It might take some acrobatics to get to the gazebo from a certain direction at this point.
Did it work? Did it achieve the ends you had hoped?
Unfortunately, no.
Who are these people after? He gets serious immediately.
It did make things interesting, but they are not after you. They're not after me.
Well, that's good.
They might be after some...
His eyes flit upwards towards the kitchen area. Mm-hmm. Has a wry smile with and inside his tongue flecks against the cheek, just kind of a wry, like, oh. Care to explain, or is this a spoilers thing? Is this something that will affect our evening?
It's not my story to tell.
Okay.
Whether it'll affect the evening or not depends on the evening itself and all of the players involved. But you don't have to worry about that. We're much more capable than you remember.
Well, that's good. And it's good to be around capable people for sure. Now, why don't you come over here and show me where all this stuff is about? Which should cause me alarm. Let's get to the bottom of this. Or should we bring this documentation over to the bed?
I guess it depends on where you want to spread out.
He smirks.
He's talking about your butt. Spread that butt out.
He brings the documents over to the bed. And as he does so, you guys are you're cleaning your clothes, Fetter, Yewsiff, you're still in the kitchen. What are you doing during this, their banter, their bringing up their past, their playfulness,
I think
whatever.
I'm there, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and nap out, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
You're napping out. How about you, Yewsiff? You were not free from the need of sleep like Taslinn is. Because we're about to do a time skip of about maybe 4 or 5 hours. Like, if you're going to be on a steady thing, depends on you.
Well, I think you guys would definitely need a long rest.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
the full 8, yeah. But if there's any last remaining things before we just fast forward through this next 8 hours. Long rest.
No, actually, he's gonna eat, and then he's gonna go up on deck.
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna take 10 minutes, and he's gonna summon Gallahan.
Ooh. Do you explain what you're gonna do, or you just do this on the top deck?
He's gonna do it on the top deck, and like if there's anybody around, he's gonna be like, there's gonna be another guest here in about 10 minutes or so. He's with me.
Okay. The sentries on the top deck, who've been minding their own business, but every now and then just watching Fetter's routine of fixing all his shit. Yeah, they nod and resume their post, and they're ready. So they're not surprised now.
He kneels down and just kind of meditates and casts this for 10 minutes, and you see like white swirling energy manifest into the spirit of the stag.
All right.
And he stands up when he gets there and just kind of headbutts him for a minute.
Very happy to see you.
How are you?
Very relieved to see you.
Sorry it took so long to get you back. It's been kind of running at a full tilt lately and haven't really had a second to take the time. How are you? Did anything transpire after we left?
Oh, just no. He doesn't talk. He stares at you, brushes against you, and like headbutts you, and does a curt nod. And that's about it. It seems that he managed.
Okay.
He's been doing well. He seems contented, if a bit just relieved at seeing you again.
Okay. Did anyone show up after we went inside the mountain? Because I left him on watch at the entrance to
Right.
the...
He shakes his head rather quickly.
Have you been there the whole time?
Head butts you a bit harder.
I'm sorry. But no one else showed up. Interesting. Okay. I'm glad you're back.
This headbutt's a little bit more gentle.
And I think like he has him go kind of curl up next to the bow of the ship, and he's just gonna like lay his back against him and sleep on deck as well,
Oh, perfect.
next
All right.
to him.
So yeah, the next 8 hours pass, bringing you roughly to about just brunch time, 10, 11-ish.
Okay, hold on.
And so during this time, you need to, yes, roll your detriment.
At dawn, right? That's
Yep.
what we decided on?
Yep. What number?
3. I think that's still...
That's still neutral. You're
Still
still
neutral,
You're
okay.
still good.
Okay.
Now, I guess the question.
I
for
mean,
you-
here's the thing. Like, I'm almost like I feel like we don't need. We might not need to. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should roll
Oh,
that
yeah.
and not
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us. Like, I don't.
oh yeah.
I would. I'm fully voting
Yeah.
for Taslinn
Absolutely.
rolling that behind the
Secretly,
screen.
yeah.
How about this? They don't need to know. For the sake of managing campaigns, as a DM, I should know.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I'm gonna actually write it down. It's 1 through 2 is good.
1 through
3 and 4 is neutral, and
Yep.
5 and 6 is evil. Yeah.
Yep. And it has no bearing on the chaos or lawful.
Yeah.
Or chaotic, lawful, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should know, but I don't. I am definitely on team. I don't want to know what Taslin's alignment is. I think it's
Yeah.
way more fun that way.
I agree. And second the motion that you two shouldn't know, and that the audience shouldn't know, and that there should be wild speculation. You never have to make that argue too hard for that for me.
Okay, and this is at dawn.
At dawn.
So,
And,
so far, still the same.
Yep.
Still good.
And so, did you guys, Taslinn, did you both research the whole evening
Yeah.
away? Okay.
Yeah.
So then you guys would have
I-
gone cover to cover, so to speak.
I don't would well, and I guess that this would this is up to you really, but I don't know if Nax would have been questioning why Taslinn didn't need any sleep, and especially dropping the I miss dreams and stuff like that. I don't know if that ever came up, or if he's
No, and this could be this could be a point of irritation that maybe you remember, in that sometimes he can seem incurious, like not very. He can seem not very interested in the detail that he catches,
yeah,
And
I
that-
would have been like,
yeah.
God damn it, I'm a mystery too.
and it's to
Yes,
you
yes, you're very smart.
almost staccato in rhythm, in that you can't quite pinpoint when he's going to be interested in something. The hand thing was weird, that he was interested in your hands, but then suddenly, like, you don't sleep and he doesn't care. It's hard to read that.
I mean, I feel like I would have pieced together that he was trying to see if I had the ring of mind shielding.
Yeah. But just the fact that it was a ring that was what was grabbing his attention and not yours, you could maybe predict that, but that could be something different the next day. There isn't a rubric that accurately tells you what thing is going to ping his higher perception.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, there would definitely be a, that in the back of my mind being like, you son of a bitch. It's really, you're really only curious when it benefits you. Like, the fact
Yeah.
that I'm not sleeping is no benefit to you, so you don't fucking care.
Right. So, yeah, no. He does, at some point, look up and mention, how in danger do you think I am? And this is more of, he almost has this in business interview style where it's not like he is unsure of how in danger he is. He's gauging, he wants to know from you how in danger you think he is. And he's letting you read that on him just plain as day. Just, how in danger do you think I am based off of this? There's a lot here.
I actually pull out the paper that was on top of the dossier that Esfel left. And that was on top of his in particular, because it was on top of his, right?
Yeah.
And I'll show it to him and say, there's a very clear target on your back.
Interesting. Well, guess we'll have to see if it works. Mm-hmm. I don't suppose you have any sort of mystical thingamajigs around that might have some value to me.
Like a particular ring?
Yeah, observant. This is good. This is good. Your observation has improved. Yes. I'm in the market for a particular ring. I'm interested in its fringe benefits. Namely the ones that keep this alive a little longer.
You understand the full extent of those fringe benefits, correct?
Of course.
You would rather be trapped in a ring?
I wouldn't mind it. Let's put it this way. I'm interested in fucking around and finding out.
And I genuinely laugh at that. Well...
But in all seriousness...
You haven't changed.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, I'm a man of contingencies. I dabble in magic items. I love these things. And I don't feel done. And I don't know if I'll ever feel done with my narrative. And if I can hold on a little longer, if it's as bad as you think, then maybe it's worthwhile.
Say I have this ring. How will you make it worth my while to give it to you?
Well, what do you want?
I want to know what you're interested in giving up for it.
Let's go big. Everything. I would be willing to give up this whole venture. Now, I don't take that lightly. There's a lot of pain in this fringe benefit of this ring. I would lose everything. And if my body goes, so goes all the items that are with me. It won't matter much. These material items that I've so invested my life and blood into. But I would say, should anything happen to me, you get it all. It was just you'd have to take it back, of course. So it's not a gift of, I bequeath you my assets.
How about I will give it to you
Okay.
in exchange for 3 things of my choosing, be they information, favors, tasks, no matter how big and small, whenever I choose to call them in. No questions asked.
Done.
All right.
And if it's within my power, even if I am stuck inside that ring, I will get it done.
All right. Shake on it.
So formal. Yes. He starts to go in for a handshake.
I reach out and shake his hand.
And he holds the hand for a little longer than normal and lingers for a moment. Just kind of smiles to himself and gives a firm squeeze. Looks you in the eye and lets go.
Oh, goodness, Nax, you really never give up your cards, do you? And I pull the ring out from from the bag of holding and hold it out to him.
Yeah, he takes it.
Before he takes it, I actually pull it back a little bit.
Oh?
And I give it to him.
Oh, you. And he takes it, puts it on, but then he goes over to his, a chest of items. He starts digging through it. And let's see what he gives you.
Ring of mind shielding. Gone. Okay.
Give us a handful of diamonds so we can cast Revivify a couple of times.
I mean, we have Spare the Dying now.
He
It stabilizes somebody who's on the verge of death.
For 10 whole days.
He gives you another ring. He pulls a ring out and hands it to you, and he's like, out of all these things, this might be useful. And this has a design on it that I've requested. People know it is me. This has a twofold purpose. You have the ring, you have this place. Mm-hmm. But you also have the a much better time telling if people are lying to you. And you can add to yourself a ring of truth-telling.
Okay.
It has helped me quite a bit. Ring for a ring, but my ring has so much more to it. Anyways, I'll let you...
Why Nax giving me a ring? How scandalous.
Ha 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 ha. He gives it a laugh. Careful, I might take it back.
You did exchange rings.
He smirks. Shall we sail off in this Carnival Mysterio and just become, I don't know, a pirate prince, a pirate queen? Like those songs that you hear. He laughs. It's, of course, a silly notion. This boat is not seaworthy.
Of course.
He smiles.
So clearly you've been doing research as well.
You don't say. You can roll an insight, but...
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to. Apparently my dice don't really want me to know. He want to keep him as my blind spot because I rolled a 1.
Yeah, he rolled pretty high.
Yeah, which makes that just an 8.
You get nothing out of it. You get nothing out of whether he knows or not, or if he's just grabbing the old song and tale.
Is it one about Fetter's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fetter's dad and his mom. I will just, continue to chuckle and laugh and just I can never read your cards. I think you'll always be a blind spot for me, Nax, and I'll just give him a quick peck on the lips.
He sighs contentedly at that, and he kind of
Gross.
mind shielding, writing that down for myself. He's like, I suppose you have errands to get to, an outfit to get, which I am excited to see, but I don't want you to see mine yet.
Well, you also have an outfit of your own.
Oh, yes. And I'm sure you'll want to catch up with your friends. I'll let you to it. Are these documents for my eyes still, or do you wish to keep them with you?
I think they would be safest if I kept them
By all means.
with me.
I don't need to continue to look at the fact that I'm a target. And just the knowledge of Bonham and Aphrodite is enough for me. If only I had a ring of mind reading.
You spend plenty of time reading minds, Nax.
Yeah. Let's just say with the place we're going, I am about matched. So be careful.
Well, I'm sure with all of the people that we have involved, it will be quite an affair.
It'll be written about, that's for sure. He shakes. He kind of does this. He does this performative shiver. Delightfully fun. Now I must get all pretty for you, so you must leave.
Toodaloo. And I just wink at him as I walk out.
He smiles and he starts his morning brunchy prep. Meanwhile, Fetter, Yewsiff, you guys have woken up. It is later in the morning, brunch time. A lot more hands on deck. People are moving about. Sentries have changed since you've slept. The cook, Vanity, is still going. Just busy as ever. The meals, people have come and gone for food.
Yeah.
And they've been taken care of. They're in the process of getting taken care of. There's movement. This is a lively boat this time in the morning, leaving you two just to not be in the way. And you know the score.
I
The
come
boat-
up.
yeah.
Yeah, I go up. I grab a rasher of bacon.
Did
And
you
I'm
sleep well? Vanity said.
Well enough, Vanity. Well enough.
There was some mumbling about the guy taking care of his clothes on the deck, and
Man, you gotta gotta keep it checked.
she smiles. I do, and it's a fangy smile, but the teeth have seen some damage over the years, more like violent damage. It is a very nice suit. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you.
You put it together very well. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
My eyes are very thankful for your presence today.
Thank you, Vanity.
Go ahead, take what you want. I have a lot of stuff. I have
Jimmy.
porridge, stews, and a lot of potato stuff.
Any coffee on?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, the old bean water trap.
Just so.
You are ahead of the curve so much. Like you're this is trend setting. So keep in mind. It's fringe. You're
Keep on trending.
Oh man. Do you mind?
I actually don't. I like the company in here, and you know what? You are pleasing to the eyes, so it's perfectly fine. Take what you will, do what you will. Show me this cool coffee thing.
And I kind of like nudge in behind the counter, give a little butt bump with my like little skinny bony ass. Oh, sorry. And just go ahead and grind up some coffee and put the kettle on for a minute.
You make your way around this place like you've been on a boat before.
Long time ago, Vanity, in a past life.
So many of those.
Yeah.
It would be good to be on a real boat. I appreciate where I am now in my job, but movement is good. I appreciate movement.
Sure. Where were you before Skypoint?
On the seas, a lot. I did, just boat to boat. I don't necessarily care where I end up. I like to move. I like the forwardness.
Yeah.
The momentum.
Who'd you used to run with? What boats? What captains?
Oh. There were a few that were kind of brash, young, untried men who think that they can just take over the sea and it's their own fiefdom, and then they get wrecked completely. That's
Everybody thinks they're the captain.
right. There was a band of Furbolg pirates that were out more north or west of here. They were funny. I think that was fun. I had the most fun there. They were very hilarious. They were jokesters. They were chaotic and they were jokesters, and they were just very fun. Then there was this really nice boat. It was a kind of a. Now that you mention it, you kind of remind me of him. Kind of a nice, tall man, dark hair, kind of this darker skin. Yeah,
I was gonna say.
Drago. Yes,
Yeah.
Drago. He was very nice guy, very nice man.
What ship was that?
Above the table. What was the?
Well, the name of Drago's ship, the original one, I don't remember.
Because it's not that one. So if you didn't have one that was past the original one,
Yeah.
it's it is called. It was called the Mermaid's Kiss or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
But he was very nice man, and very, very handsome, very handsome.
Do you happen to know anything? Was this? I know of Captain Drago. He's done me some favors in the past.
Yeah. Wow, what a coinkydink.
Insight check. 15 becomes a 26.
26. There's no nefarious sort of I know who you are-ness
Right.
about it. It is for someone who doesn't necessarily care about where they're going or where they've been, but where they are and if they're moving. Coincidences are interesting.
Right.
Moving on. That's kind of her. Like, what
Sure.
the coincidence? Small world sort of
Yeah.
shit.
Do you happen to? I heard at some point the captain was beset upon by a band of orcs. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, I did hear about that. That was after my time.
After your time?
Yeah. If I can help it, and I love my captains all dearly. They're all good. They're all great men, except for the ones who didn't, but I don't want to stay too long.
Sure.
I don't like getting weighed down by too much emotion.
Okay.
And let's just say that I like too much.
Sure.
And that could be bad. So if I stay around too long, I don't know. I don't know how I would fare.
Yeah. Well, here's to you. And I'll pour the coffee, put a splash of little something in it, and hand one off to her and one to me, and I'd be like,
she drinks it and just.
To Captain Barenthal, wherever his soul may rest. And I'll clink with her and.
Here. She drinks it. This is fucking delicious.
Yeah. Try to procure some at the market. I'm trying to get demand up. It's becoming hard to come by.
Yes. I haven't seen much of this around. Either people are just not very interested in things, or they're just a bunch of doofuses. Anyways, I appreciate this gift. I wish I had more I could give other than the food. Maybe, she looks around. Here, she grabs a bit of silken rope that she has just lying about, kind of ties it into a bracelet and knot. It is a gesture. You give me something of value, and I give you something that is personally valuable to me. This is very, very fine cloth, and it has been with me for a long time, and I tear bits of it off to give to special people. And you know what? I'm going to make a judgment call here and say that you are a special person in this moment.
Why, thank you. I'll take it, Vanity. I'll take it.
Ah, thank you. Well, I must get back. There is more food. We got some very hungry drow today. And I'm sure your friends are about. I'll leave you be.
I will, I'm gonna flash the symbol of the cult that I have from that old ripped piece of robe.
Uh-huh. To her
yeah.
face. The cult, the downward arrow one, yeah?
Yeah, and I was like, just so you're aware, Vanity, these folks are looking for folks like us, and if you ever see this symbol, just be mindful, yeah?
Oh, yes. She looks around, grabs some loose parchment. Well, loose but stained parchment, and takes a feather quill pen and just copies it. And she doesn't look at the paper. She looks at it that you gave her and she's like, whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Run away? Or just kind of keep my cool and walk very slowly? The other direction.
However you best defend yourself, but just be
for sure.
Yeah.
I hope to see you again, maybe. If there is people looking after us, maybe it's good to keep in touch. Don't be scarce if you can.
No, don't be scarce. Well, we'll be around, yeah.
Yes, I'll always be moving forward. Hope to see you around. You know, the river, it just whoop, only goes forward.
One direction, yeah.
One direction, yes. Good band. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
And yeah, she gets back into her headspace of cooking and preparing. Because now that we're in brunch time, people are getting the food, and she's working to prepare for afternoon and evening. And
yeah.
You get the sense that if she were to stop moving, like, is that the myth about the shark? If she stopped moving, she would die. She is very much a forward momentum person, and yeah, leaving you all to reconvene.
Fantastic. I'm just kind of like waiting above deck, like not like right at the gangplank, but like, close enough. Like just kind of like having a smoke and put together and like ready to go wherever we're needed.
I'll come out from below, obviously, just running my hands through my hair, just like shaking off any tension kind of thing, frustration from things that have been different and things that haven't been different. Come up behind Fetter and just like drop my forehead onto his shoulder from like the back shoulder blade and just.
I just put my cigarette out, like down, for you if you want to drag.
I'll take just tilt my head and.
Yep, and then I'll just like and I'll just take it back and be like, find anything fun out?
Son of a bitch still likes to dance around.
Yeah.
Really, like unless it's benefiting him, he does not give a shit.
Yeah, it's weird at the top of the mountain sometimes. You know what I mean? You think you get a better view of things, but sometimes you're still only looking at your feet. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. There's a drow here, Vanity. I mean, not a drow. There's a
Tiefling.
Rewind.
yeah. There's another tiefling here, Vanity, red skin, 7th layer. Apparently she sailed with my dad at some point.
She's new. Well, a lot of people here are new at this point.
Yeah, that you notice like a lot of new people, a lot of fresh faces, Taslinn.
I wonder about the cult, but I don't know. She didn't seem to recognize me, other than maybe a passing resemblance to my dear old dad, but I don't know. It just seemed like there's always like, not trying to be xenophobe about our own people. There seemed to be one extra tiefling around, you know what I mean?
That can't be a coincidence, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Didn't notice anything about her. Nothing stood out. I tried to grill her without grilling her. We'll see.
Maybe she's how he knows the song. Wasn't there a song? I remember hearing it when we were
About my folks?
on the boat with your father. There was a song about a pirate.
Yeah.
Princess and the Pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Nax made a mention of that. I'm not sure if it's something.
I mean, it's a popular song. In bed with you?
No, there was.
Okay. I was like, because that's.
We
listen.
we genuinely just poured over documents.
And listen, I'm normally don't mind whatever you did last night. You did. If he was singing the song about my parents while you were in bed together,
Yeah, that would be weird.
that would be a little weird.
That would be weird. Although he did kind of like, do the whole let's run away together and maybe be the pirate and the princess.
Oh,
and that's that. I was like,
I might laugh almost performatively loud enough, like for like the whole deck, not with the no context, but just I am like laughing at him.
And yeah, and I'm not sure if that was a genuine thing, but it could have also been a very clear "I know who you're with" comment.
That's fucking funny.
Couldn't quite read it. He's still a
Wow.
blind spot for me, and like I'm
Yeah,
angry hands.
sure.
So, oh boy, if the three of us, yeah. So let's go. I have a dress.
Yeah,
to
let's
pick
go.
up.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go.
You both noticed that Yewsiff has a companion with him.
No, subtle. We want 6 sets of hooves fucking running through town now? You weren't loud enough on your own?
What?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I've been without him this whole time.
Yeah, I've been out without. You know what? And I'll pull out the Shenzo statue.
Get the menagerie going for the trip to the theater tonight.
Do you have like a service animal vest for him? Or are you just gonna like
He's
wander?
not gonna come in.
Jesus. Here, hold on.
Do you actually say the thing to bring out Shenzo, or are you just being like,
yeah, no, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? And then I pull out Shenzo.
Good.
Yeah.
More subtlety.
He,
Great. I love this.
He arrives, does a rotation around you and his attention, and just looks up at you, waiting your order, your
like-
command, And the other drow who are the sentries who are watching, they look kind of like, they look at him like, interesting. I haven't seen one of these types of things in a while. There's a familiarity between all of them and like that particular type of creature.
I just like scratch his under chin.
And,
Hey, boy.
if he is pleased as punch to
if
be
anyone's
in service.
really looking, I'm like audibly complaining about. I'm like, oh no, this is good, like a big cat. Well, and like, but the right hand is just like out behind the ears, like, oh yeah, okay, great. Hold the phone.
And before you move your hand, the jaw kind of wraps around the hand briefly and just kind of like the tongue just like licks it and then comes back and Shenzo looks up at you and
Of course.
and resumes enjoying scritches. Kind of like I'm gonna put my mouth on your hand because affection, whatever.
I'm just gonna reach my hand in the bag and see if there's anything in there. The laundry bag.
Oh yeah, the stuff is ready.
Okay, good. I don't
Whatever the items are, they're ready.
I don't pull it out, but I just like put a hand on it, and I was like, Yewsiff, I think you're good to go too.
There's a 2-page apology from Elamon. That is the clumsiest thing in the world.
Yeah, I just feel the paper.
Maybe the
like,
sister is out for the day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I pull the paper out and read it. And
it's sweat stained.
Okay, weird. Yep. All right. Well, you should be good to go. I mean, we could take a look at that later. Where to? What? How are you getting to the thing tonight? Do you need to be back here? Or are you going together? Are we meeting there? We're meeting now that this is all out in the fucking open. We'll be meeting my aunt, and I'm like, my voice like kind of lowers back at the theater. This.
Thank you for saying that in front of me. John, I don't remember. Did he tell me to meet him there, or did he tell me to come back here, like that I would come back here? I do not remember.
I don't remember ever specifying. It may have, you know what, for sake of it, I think he just assumed you would be back to hash out the details or like, so maybe he's waiting for your word.
You know what?
Yeah.
He can.
But you also know that he doesn't necessarily need to know. He'll find you.
Yep.
And now that he knows you,
I'm super aware of that.
Yeah.
I just kind of pause and I'm like, he can walk, and I turn and kind of over my shoulder as we're leaving, knowing that somebody will end up getting it back to him. Just kind of be like, see you at the party, and
yep.
And I'm just like as you start off down the, I'm like, well, you two have like a real, wow, okay, this is a whole thing. That's great.
As you guys are walking down the gangplank down to the planks of the sink, the area surrounding the Carnival Mysterio, Taslinn, you see just sitting off the side of the dock, Maz, Tanith, your friend. They seem to pay you no mind. They're just looking around, weirded out.
really, Maz, come on.
There's a delayed startle and a move, and as they turn around really fast, there's like a distortion as they turn, almost like a fuzziness, a blur, as they turn around and face you. Hi?
Eye for detail.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
I am going to.
Interestingly enough, with your natural 20, you're curious what Taslinn is looking at. You see some distortion in the air,
Right.
but you don't see anything else.
You son of a bitch. I'm gonna insight this.
I'm like daggers out,
Yeah.
and I'll just like at this point I'm just gonna throw like wherever that distortion was. I'm just gonna like, as long as it's not like into the water,
Right.
I am just gonna chuck a dagger at that distortion in the air. Just
All
like
right. Yeah.
whoa.
Roll a basic attack, disadvantage,
Okay.
and what's your insight?
Insight was just a 13.
13.
Derp, 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 derp. That's dirty 20.
320. As Maz turns to you like, Taslinn? In this lilty, weakened voice. And you start to notice some of the paler features of him. Fetter, a dagger from Fetter, hits through and does some damage as he and flips back into the water with not a splash. Nothing, no noise. The distortions are gone, but he was very startled.
What the fuck is that? And I'm just like 2 more daggers out, and I'm like turned.
You hear from the crow's nest, are you okay down there? Something alarming?
What?
And I'm just like my hackles are just up.
I'll turn back to them and shout up, where is Maz?
Maz? He hasn't checked in. He's been gone for a while.
Where did he go?
Scouting, I think, Mortberg.
What's wrong?
Mortberg. That's one of the places that the Raven Queen needed me to go.
You also know that the Drow, like Megan and Lar, try to be everywhere, but they do keep an eye on the cemetery ward.
Yeah. That's one of the places that she needed me to go. There's something there, and the fact that Maz has not checked in and no one has heard from him is concerning. And I clearly am the only person who saw that. Yeah?
There's a weird distortion or something in the air, and given how things have gone and the night we had, sorry if that was impetuous of me, but
Yeah, it was like heat lines. Heat lines on a very hot day with a bright sun.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the distortion we're talking about for you. You saw movement.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
I didn't
You-
see it, but oh shit, natural 20. Maybe I did.
What was your modifiers?
+1.
No.
It's perception.
Nope.
But it's natural 20. That's fair.
You didn't see him in the best possible way.
So I am going to pull out my crystal ball.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to scry on Maz.
I'm still like knives out and in like an aggressive stance.
Okay.
So if that's gonna draw anyone's attention, yeah.
The sentries up on the crow's nest, on both of them, they're eyeing you in sense of like if they think you see something, so they're prepared to shoot anything that you might be looking to attack.
Okay.
So it's more of like he sees something, it alarms him. We haven't heard anything. Hold. Their guns are out. They're waiting to see if anything attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
They think you're gonna get attacked. But yeah, you were saying.
I'm going to
Describe.
scry on Maz. He
Any modifiers on?
he's a -5.
That's fine. All right. 4. It's weird. It's harder to see this, but you see a body on a slab, a stone slab, underground, torn apart,
Torn apart.
methodically, medically, just pulled apart, parts out.
So it's very clear that he is not
Yeah.
alive anymore.
He
Right.
has shuffled off the mortal coil.
The head is not on the table. The head is off the table.
Oh my God, John.
And off to the you can kind of hear. It's hard to hear, but off to the side you hear like a and a robed figure just working on something off to the periphery.
You're actually getting me emotional right now.
Oh no!
So the reason why I'm emotional right now is because I have every belief, and maybe you can tell me not, but I have every belief that the last time we were here and there was a comment about Maz not being there because I had asked where Maz was, and he was out scouting, and if we had actually gone to Mortberg, we possibly could have saved him.
It's hard to say.
Oh man.
Roll. What would you even roll for that? I don't think you can. It's hard to say.
Roll an insight check on
Or
yourself.
confirm. There is a brief moment. that we-
Medicine to see how long the body's been gone.
Well, it's a scry, and the last thing you see before the scry ends is part of the hood of the robe and a very gnarled, bald head.
I
And then
feel like
the vision goes away.
I feel like it would be investigation to see like how
Piecing time together.
yeah,
Ah.
like how fresh.
Okay, yeah.
The cuts are?
Roll check. In the completeness of the vision.
24.
Sorry to say that this is very recent.
I collapse.
Oh, hold on.
A few of the drow jump down from the mast too, just to see if you're okay.
I'm like I will die like right in to just catch.
Okay.
And I'm just like holding you and looking up, and I'm like, what is going on? Taz.
Just tears.
A few more people are at alert.
And I just like
And a
look
few-
at Yewsiff to like bodyguard up.
Oh, his sword's already out.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't need to have the weapons out. There's
What's happening?
He was a brother. My brother is dead.
When? Why? Why this?
did you just stab her brother?
No. I saw him.
What can we do?
Nothing.
We tread the realms between life and death all the time. What can we do? Where?
Mortberg. We took too much time.
Time for what?
There had been a pull, a thing, I don't know, something that I needed to handle in Mortberg. Something bad, something against the rule of life and death.
Something she told you to do.
And if we had gotten to it sooner, perhaps I could have saved Maz.
Well, why not? I mean, you'd. And I'll look at Yewsiff and I'd be like, Yewsiff, we can do something, right? We can fix this, right? What? Let's go.
Yewsiff puts the sword away and he walks up and puts a hand on Taz's shoulder. He's like, I'm sorry. And he looks at Fetter. He's like, the only power that I have is if they're gone within a minute. And I have no diamonds to do it anyway right now. It sounds like he's already gone.
Well, I mean, let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's figure this out.
Taz, what do you want us to do?
I want to kill that son of a bitch
All right, let's-
who ripped him apart.
Yeah, let's go.
Yewsiff whistles for Galhan.
Galhan arrives, as with a few people who have moved to the deck to see this person that they've heard so much about collapse on the dock, and it's a matter of moments before Nax will probably be out.
I'm like actively trying to like shield Taz from people looking down at her.
Yeah, it's natural curiosity. The sudden daylight collapsing, a nervous attack. The sentries are a little spooked, but eventually Nax reaches the gangplank out and just stops and looks at you and looks down and just surveys.
Does
What?
he do anything to get my attention?
No, he waits. He senses his perception's pretty high on this. Insight. What do you see?
Maz isn't coming back.
Fuck. And in an unexpected turn, he emits a louder fuck, and heads back. Like he storms back down, and it's in this instance like it's a drow death, a dead drow, a son of his venture. And you two, Fetter and Yewsiff, you can get some insight on this now.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
23.
23.
I rolled 2 12s. I rolled 2 12s with my advantage.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. There is a breaking of, like, he has held it together and been playing coy. He's played coy. He's kept everything close to the chest. That moment was not close to the chest, and very raw, very angry. He lost a drow. And in your military experience and your background with Kenya, you could sense that given what you did and what the way life is treated in terms of those under Kenya's purvey, like a life is a life, and this is fucking bad, no matter how small it is.
Mm-hmm. They lost one of their own.
They lost one of their own. And in this moment, too, even Fetter, you realize that this is much more of a close-knit group, even in their newness. Even in their newness! Even in their newness, than you realized. They are startled by the outburst from Nax and look disturbed.
Congrats, John. I have never gotten emotional over an NPC, and one that I actually did not officially meet. Like, didn't even get a chance to, like, touch that backstory.
I know.
You cruel motherfucker.
I know.
Like, guys, I'm genuinely trying not to.
Oh, I'm
really
sorry.
cry.
It is the one time where I hate you choose one thing and another thing happens.
Wow.
I mean, there's got to be consequences. But
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Yep. That. Screw picking up a dress. She can wait.
We're going.
I'm going after this son of a bitch.
Yewsiff strides up on Galhan. He's like, do you want to lead or do you want to ride?
Oh, I and it's very clear that, like, I have never, there's just the way that I look at Callahan. It's very clear that I've never ridden a horse before or any type of steed.
He holds his hand down.
No.
All right, then lead on.
I like,
Are you gonna ride the glittering elk through the center of town?
I think we figured out that I'm not quiet, so I might as well draw a crowd.
We were almost. There was an attempt on your life less than a day ago.
I mean, we're going to fight.
All right, fuck. Let's.
I turn to one of the scouts or the guards that are still there, and just say, I am going to Mortburg, and I am going to kill whoever took Nax from us. Or, I am going. Maz and Nax. It's very.
Sorry, I suffer the same ills that every fantasy writer does.
Right.
Yeah.
You fucking dick.
I am going
Yes,
to
yes.
Mortburg, and I am going to kill the son of a bitch that took Maz from us. Whether you join, whether Talonthane comes along, or Nax, or whoever, I am handling this. I am avenging my brother, and they should know. And I just walk off.
Okay. You guys make your way out.
Yep. Right, lockstep, right behind. I'll
Now-
scoop my dagger up on the way.
Okay. As you leave the dock, you do see the spirit of the ghost of Maz climbing up on the dock, but like climbing, like what? Very confused, but sees you leaving and starts following in your direction. Just like, what's going on, Taslinn? Wait, hold, like.
I actually, like, without preamble, hold a hand back behind me
Yeah.
so he can, like, grab onto my hand, and if like Fetter or Yewsiff like grab it, I just kind of go, no, not you.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, come on, hurry up, catch up, we're going, we're doing this together.
And yeah, he takes it. It is cold and fuzzy, cold and fuzzy, and he doesn't say anything. He's still trying to figure things out. There is a transitional process for him, and as I write down notes, I'm sorry for killing your NPCs. I know.
And he was my bro. He was literally, I'm so sad that we didn't get like that actual interaction because like he was my brother who was not my brother. Like,
Yeah.
Something icky is afoot in Skypoint Cemetery Burg, and that's thanks to a deal made with the sword. Taslinn now has a vested interest in dealing with it. Just a shame to see all this death and haunting our heroine's steps. Starts to wear on you after a while. A little bit. Anyway, it's time I skedaddle. Let's do this again real soon, yeah? You here hanging on my every word, and me here telling you all about these demon days.
Oh god. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that moves.
Oh,
that
it's
moves.
all moving on me.
Oh God! Oh Jesus!
For
Little
fuck's
baby
sake.
cheeses.
Farva.
Little baby cheeses.
I need a charger. I was trying to do it nicely.
I see.
Little port flick.
the moment.
Little port flick in action. Everybody stare at Yewsiff while he.
Just waiting for that break.
Yep. 8 hours pass.
8 hours later.
Drew had I would use that, and Drew would have no idea where it came from, and then finally I showed him SpongeBob SquarePants,
Yeah.
and now he understands.
3 hours.
Actually, I started
later.
watching SpongeBob on my own because I wanted to know.
The voice of SpongeBob did that.
All
The
the
3
things.
hours later.
Oh,
Tom
really?
Kenny. Yeah. 3 hours. Tom Kenny does a lot of great voices.
I love the fact that Clancy Brown is in that show.
Yeah. That's pretty great. I like that the guy from Coach is Patrick. What's his name? The show Coach about the Minnesota
Yeah.
football team. Sorry, you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Stop it.
What?
But Craig T. Nelson, I think,
Yeah.
was the star of that one. But
Yeah, he
there was the
played
other guy. He's Patrick. Hey, SpongeBob. He's also in the Stand miniseries. Moon Moon.
Oh, oh my God. I did not put that together. That's awesome.
He's also the father in How I Met Your Mother of Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Look at me just expending all the useless knowledge in my brain.
Yeah, when they go home for the holidays and to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Or was it Minnesota?
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Minnesota. Have you seen the whole show?
Not all of it.
He
Okay.
hasn't, I have.
There's a particular episode that features a countdown. And it's the episode where Doppelganger Barney, I think it is the weirdest episode, but yeah. There's actually numbers counting down the whole episode in the scenery. And it I've seen the series twice now, and I forgot. Vaguely enough.
They actually hid the countdown of when his dad finally actually has a heart attack and dies. Like, they hid it in episodes. Like, there's a genuine countdown of when that's gonna take place.
On what?
Oh, I was trying
How
not
I
to
Met Your
spoil
Mother.
that.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother's the fucking best.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Oh, you knew it? Okay,
yeah,
I was
knew
trying to
that he
be.
died.
I was trying to be careful of spoilers in case you didn't. But
Yeah, and then the episode itself.
yeah, but I was saying that we were talking about SpongeBob, and the voice of Patrick is the guy, the father from How I Met Your Mother,
Oh sure.
who was also in Coach as the assistant coach to Craig T. Nelson,
Oh yeah.
and also in The Stand, which I don't know where I'm pulling this from.
That spells I was on How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was him.
spells moon. Those are Nax's pants, leather pants, as he adjusts in the bed. Yewsiff.
Okay.
Yewsiff, State and Lax, you chaotic demon. You. Someone was laughing outside. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
He-Man! you'll rue the day!
Till next time, He-Man.
Can't have advertisements without semen between the tits. Until we meet again.